Hello, welcome to the Joe Cortez Show here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the entertainment capital of the world, the boxing capital of the world. We have my co-host with me today, Shelly Stevens. Hello, Shelly.
Hi, Joe. How you doing today?
Okay, we're here today. We have a good guest on the show today. Former three-time world champion, none other than former lightweight champion, Tony The Tiger Lopez. Tony The Tiger Lopez, how you doing, buddy?
How you doing, man?
Okay, Tony. Okay, buddy. We're glad to have you on the show. Now, Tony, you and I go back a lot of years. We go back a good 30, 35 years.
At least, yeah.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
I met you. Well, I've seen you since, but I mean, I'm talking about the time that we met to our good friend Chris Eaton, the former police officer in California, and he's at a celebrity golf tournament. And that's where I met you for the first time.
Yes, sir. Those are the good old days.
That's right. And I met you and your wife Kathy, and you're an amazing guy. You're an amazing fighter. Shelly, you have something you want to ask Tony?
Yeah, first of all, I want to say it's a pleasure meeting you. And my husband says to tell you he's one of your biggest fans. My husband is a big boxing fan. And before I met Joe, he used to explain everything to me and point out his favorite fighters, his favorite refs, and all of that. And one day we met Joe. We were performing. My husband and I are entertainers. And we were performing at a restaurant, and Joe came walking in, and my husband just went crazy. And so ever since that day, we've been like family. So it's a pleasure to meet you. But my first question to you is, tell me how you got the name Tony the Tiger, because I read about it on Google, and I want to hear the story.
Well, you know, Hank Renner used to be a big announcer here in Sacramento, and back in the day, he was part of big time wrestling here in Sacramento.
Okay.
And you know the Peter Mavillas, the Rocky Johnson, Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. I mean, all the big wrestlers back in the day. Well, he used to announce for them, and he also announced boxing for Don Chargan. And one day, my brother is older than I am, and he was fighting 4 or 5 years before I even turned pro. He was already a pro, so he already knew the family. So he'd come over the house sometimes, and I started fighting. I turned pro. I think it was my second or third pro fight. He didn't tell nobody. I walked up into the ring, and he goes, in the blue corner from Sacramento, Tony the Tiger Lopez. I'm going, who's that? He didn't tell nobody. And then people started clapping, so I raised my hand, and the name stuck. After that, the shorts came, and then after the shorts came, I couldn't not wear them, because if I didn't wear them, and let's just say I had an off night, I won, but I had an off night, people would go, this because you didn't wear them shorts, because you didn't wear the shorts. I'm going, so I had to start wearing the shorts. So that's where the shorts came in.
Wow, that's a great story.
Thank you. It's a memorable story, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Tony, tell me now, you turned pro what, 1983?
I turned pro in '83.
Okay, what was your first pro fight in Sacramento?
Yeah, my first few pro fights were in Sacramento. Under Chargan, because my brother was the main eventer at the time. That's Sal Lopez. He was the main eventer. I think he got rated number 3 in the world before he had an eye injury and made him quit.
Okay. And now you were 3-time world champion, eh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 2 IBF and 1 WBA?
Yeah. Well, and then in the end, when I was making my comeback just for stuff and giggles, I won an NABO. I was going to try to get another title shot, and I thought, man, if I lose before I get a title shot, I'll just quit. So I lost. I quit.
Yeah, okay. Okay, now tell us a little bit about you fought Julio Cesar Chavez, the great Julio Cesar Chavez. Everybody talks about one of the greatest of all times. That fight with Chavez, how did that fight go?
Not as I expected it. I was in Mexico for 2 months, about a month. I think a month. I trained in Auburn for a month, and then I went to Mexico for a month. And the whole month I was there. Oh no, that was for the Chavez fight. I trained in Mexico for 2 months, and we were trained in Mexico City. And my dad's from Mexico City, so we have a lot of family over there. So we're sitting there visiting family, and they were watching me train and do all this stuff. And then they were telling me, they were going, because no one really knows the altitude of Mexico City.
Right.
So, and I didn't look, but I was getting kind of tired. And I'm going. Well, they go, well, no, it's a little bit higher, but we're gonna run. We're gonna run way in the mountains. And I'm thinking, okay. So to get you in shape, I said, okay, fine. So we go up this mountain road. The first day of running, we're going up this mountain road for like about, I don't know, 30 minutes. And the road's going like this, and it's going straight up. We're going like around the mountain, and it's so high. We're passing the clouds, and we're going through the clouds. And I'm going, how high is this place? And to this day, I don't know how high it is, but the trail it's where all the marathoners ran, and the trail was so thin. And on the right hand side when you were running, if you fell, you fell. And I mean, it was, I don't know how high, thousands of feet. I never saw the bottom of it. And so you have to be real careful. And so we ran around that. And, after about the first couple of weeks, you start getting in better shape. And it became real easy. It got me in really good shape.
Could you imagine if you would have been running one way and your opponent is coming the other way, he could have pushed you off that cliff, man.
Hey, I would have. Yeah, maybe.
Wow.
No, but you know what? Let me tell you something. I don't know, and I'm being real. I remember for that fight, I told myself, because we got there for 2 months, and it's one of the biggest disappointing fights of my career, if
Why,
not the most biggest.
why is that?
Because I went down there with a plan, and I never got to do my plan. I got cut short of doing my plan. My plan was the whole time I got there, from the time I got off the plane, they stuck a microphone in your mouth, in your face, and they go, "Hey, what's going to happen? What are we going to do then?" I said, "Look, I'm going to box for 10, which I never do, but I'm going to box for 10 rounds." And I'm knocking him out in the last 2 rounds. Those are championship rounds. He's not going to make it. 2 days before the weigh-ins, we're on TV in Mexico, and he's saying what he's saying. Then they ask me, "Okay, Tony, what's going to happen this Saturday night?" I go, "Like I've been saying the whole 2 months I've been here." I go, "I'm going to box for 10, and I'm knocking him out in the last 2." And that was it, right? And they did whatever they did. So the fight happens. The second round, the bell ends for the second round. It goes ding, and all of a sudden he hits me again, and it gave me a little 2-stitch cut under my eye. And so then after that, it never got any bigger. It bled a little bit, but I've always bleed. Who cares? You know what I mean? So it bled for a while, and then in the 10th round, the referee, almost when the 10th round was over, the referee calls me. I think it was the 10th. The referee calls me over, and I'm going, "What's he doing that for?" Because the blood never got my eye. It never got any bigger. It didn't do anything, and it took 2 stitches. And so the referee calls me over, grabs my arm, he goes, takes me to the doctor, and I'm going, "Are you serious?" I'm thinking, "Are you serious?" Takes me over to the doctor. The doctor never got in the ring. He just stood up. Now I'm standing on top of the ring. The ring's what, 3-4 feet off the ground. I'm standing up. I'm 5'7", so you figure I'm what, 8-9 feet off the ground. Doctor gets up and he goes, "Oh, no, 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 yes it acabó, yes it acabó." Never looked at it, never opened it. And I told the doctor, I go, "Look, let me finish this round. And if I don't knock him out this round," I go, "take the fight from me. I don't care, but let me finish the round." And he goes, "No, no, 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 yes it acabó, yes it acabó." And I go, whatever. They're gonna do what they're gonna do anyway. So I never got to do what I went to do, and that was to hit the 11th and 12th round and just go for it all. I never got to do that. So it was disappointing to me.
How did it have it up to the 10th round? The judges.
Well, you're in Mexico, so, and you know what? I don't know. I'm sure I wasn't winning. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't remember what the scorecards were.
Okay,
I really wasn't paying
but in your heart, you thought you were winning up to that point?
No, you watch this. I knew I was. If he was winning, it couldn't have been more than a round or 2. If I was losing, it couldn't have been more than a round or 2. But I didn't care, 'cause I didn't go there to win a decision. That was never going to happen. I went there to knock him out. But I never got to do what I went to do.
Okay, and how many knockouts do you have in your career up to that point?
I don't know, a lot. I don't remember because I was in 94,
Yeah, well, okay.
and so
How many knockouts you had in your whole career? How many fights do you have total?
I have 50 fights, 36 wins by knockout.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Wow.
that's a good percentage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tony, tell us
Yes?
some of the names of the famous fighters that you fought. For me, who's new to the boxing world, tell me some names of the biggest fights that you've had, who you fought and who you won with and stuff like that.
remember Jorge Paez?
Jorge Paez.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
Rocky Lockridge.
Rocky Lockridge. There was Joey Gamache from Portland, Maine. I fought. Man, there's so many of them.
Okay. You won the title. You won the title for Rocky Lockridge, correct?
Yes.
That was your first title, right?
I fought him twice. Yeah, I fought him twice,
And you beat him twice.
and I beat him twice. Yes, sir.
Okay, you ever knock him out?
No, but the second time I fought him, I dropped him.
You dropped him.
Yeah, but you know what? He's just tough, dude. He's not one of them guys that's just going to lay down.
Yeah, no,
He's gonna fight.
he was one of the tough ones. He was never looking for a sore spot in the ring. He was always willing to go.
No.
He was always looking forward to go the distance if he had to, but he'll knock you out if he could. But he would never.
Yeah.
He would never lay down for nobody. Yeah.
No. And he was tough. After the fight was over, I think it took 32 or 33, 34 stitches to close his face after our fight after it was over.
Wow.
So growing
And
up,
so-
what first made you want to even get into boxing? Like, was there someone who, like, you admired or something, or what made you decide you wanted to be a boxer?
I didn't.
Was it
My
your-
dad was a boxer in Mexico,
Yeah,
and
your-
then
your-
my brother started fighting, and I was always fighting. So, as a matter of fact, I was fighting on a street corner when my brother's trainer came by, seen me, and took me to the gym.
Wow.
That's how I started.
So you were born
Yeah.
to be a fighter.
I guess, I did like I tell people, I go. I guess what it is you're not afraid to get hit. I was never afraid to get hit. I was never afraid to get hit hard. As long as I can hit you back, I'm good.
I like that.
Okay, now let me ask a question. Boxing back in those days when you were fighting in '83, when you turned pro in '83, '80s and '90s, and the early 2000s, how do you see boxing today compared to the days when you were fighting?
Probably the same way that the Bobby Chicones, Ruben Oliveras saw it when we talked to them. You look at the boxing today and it's getting softer and softer. The training's different. I mean, it's gone sideways. To me, boxing's gone sideways.
Now
The days of, they fight for money. They don't fight to win. They win, lose or draw. They're millionaires. So who really cares? You know what I mean?
Well, a lot of people don't know that whether you win or lose, you get paid the same that night. But your next fight, you don't get paid as much.
Right. Yeah.
It's
I went
guaranteed.
from-
You sign a contract for X amount of dollars, and win or lose, you get that money anyway. But like I said
Yeah.
before, try to come back the second time for a rematch. You're not gonna. If you lost the first one, you're not gonna get that kind of money the second time around.
No, I was making. I think my second or third or fourth title fight I lost, and so my back then you had to have a 10-rounder before you fought for a title again.
Right.
And so so you what are you making, $350,000 back in them days? And then my next fight, that 10-rounder I fought for, I only made I think $10,000. I was like, wow. Well, although $10,000 at that time was a lot of money,
Yeah.
it's nothing compared to 350.
I mean, today, Mike Tyson, he retired 19 years ago. He comes back and fight a nobody, Jake Paul, who was supposed to be nobody in boxing. He gets $20 million.
Yeah, right.
Will you come back for $20 million?
I'll come back for 10. Tell Charles to get ready.
Yeah, that's it. Have you been offered anything like to come back in these days? They have the exhibition bout like Mike Tyson has. Has anybody ever come up to you to ask you that?
No, but if they did, I would maybe, depending on who it was with.
Are you still in shape?
Yeah, I'm pretty content.
Are you
So,
still in shape?
oh yeah, yeah.
If I make you an
But
offer right
my
now,
shape now is 185.
if I make you an offer right now, would you ready to go in the gym to start work it out, get ready?
If it's worth it, yes, without a doubt.
Okay, let me check with my investors, see if we get some money for you.
Okay,
Okay,
let's do it.
I'm just testing you out, man. You ready to go? That's what I want to hear. You're a tiger, man. That's why.
Oh yeah. I'll never say no to a fight.
Right. That's right.
Even at 61, it's not like it's something that you're just born with, I guess.
Yeah,
because you don't develop it.
Yeah,
you
but-
just have it.
Yeah, but not a street fight. You got to be fighting in the ring.
Yeah. Well, for me it was either way. Even back then, for me it was always either way. But because I'm 61 now, and I never start any problems. I don't start problems. I don't do anything like that. That's not my thing. But even at 61, I will not walk away from it.
How about a
That's
fight?
just me.
How about a fight at home with your wife? You wouldn't even start that, right?
No, I won't. No, because she'll win anyway.
I was going to say that.
Kathy, if
She'll
you're
win
watching,
today,
Kathy,
tomorrow, the next day.
Kathy,
Huh?
Kathy's watching. I'll tell you, Kathy, you heard what he said. He never started a fight with you. I mean, Kathy I know when I first met her, she was doing some bodybuilding. She was really built. I couldn't believe the muscles she had on her. Is she still working out?
No, now she just no.
She's
She doesn't
like-
work out at all.
She's like a
She hasn't
model
worked
now,
out
right?
years now.
She's like a model now.
Excuse me? No, she's just now we're just old together.
All right. Go ahead.
So you're going to have to come and visit us in Vegas soon because my husband would love to meet you. Like I told you, he's one of your biggest fans. And when he found
right.
out that we were going to be interviewing you today, he really wanted to be here. But I told him there was no more room at the table. So he'll just have to watch it on TV.
There you
But
go.
you have to come.
But
You
no,
have to come.
next time I come, I'll definitely get it hooked up with Joe, or we'll definitely come out and see.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
You know,
yeah.
her husband's name is Wesley Stevens. He was one of the original singers with the Commodores and with the Stylistics. And then
nice.
Wesley Stevens. He's who were some of the singers he sang with?
Yeah, he was producing back in the day with a company we call the Sound of Philadelphia. So he was with a lot of
is that right?
groups you might remember back in the day, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, the OJs,
Those
the
are the best
Spinners.
groups.
Yeah, exactly. So you have to come back.
That's my music right there. I like
Yeah,
it.
there you go.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
listen to some rap, and I listen to some R&B and rap. But the rap no more because it's kind of got played out. It's changing.
Yeah, that's right.
So, but my favorite, I like the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Oh, yeah.
Late
Me too.
50s.
Yeah, yeah.
That's my music. I love that.
Took a walk and past your
Yeah, that's-
house late last night. All the shades were pulling drawn way down tight. Remember?
Silhouette.
When you learn how to sing?
That's
You
the
take
silhouette.
singing lessons?
Maybe we come out to Vegas. Yeah, we're gonna we become a singer. We do a doo-wop together.
That would be amazing. Yeah, you could.
I do a lot of James Brown.
I love
Oh,
it.
there you
yeah?
go.
Like,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
what? Like what?
My favorite song is "I Feel Good."
I was going to say that. Yeah, it's mine too.
Give me a
Yeah.
couple of notes. I feel good.
Wait, Joe, I gotta tell you something. I'm at R&M Photography in Sacramento, and,
Yeah.
and I'm sitting in their room, and they're letting me do this stuff in the room because I came here to get. I just happened to come here to get some. I'm hanging pictures in my house, so I had to get the things to hang the pictures. And then when this started happening, I was in the shop, and they go, "Oh yeah, you can sit down, do it here. There's no problem." I asked them, they said, "Yeah, that's fine." So R&M, thank you, man. This R&M in Sacramento, come check it out. If you need a picture, get it hang, come over here.
All right.
Because they're really good people. Yeah,
Aw,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
good.
I know that was cool, huh? That was really cool of them.
You know, it's funny that
going,
they call you Tony the Tiger because one of Joe and my husband and I, we have a good friend is the CEO of Kellogg Cereal. So Mr. Bob Kellogg, I'm going to shout out to him because now I've met the real Tony the Tiger. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not the
there you go.
cartoon. I got the real Tony the Tiger here today. Yeah,
That's right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank
yeah,
you.
so cool.
Tony, question: who's your favorite fighter today?
You know what? Honestly, and I know people don't like him that much.
I know you're gonna say you're gonna say Canelo,
Yep.
but why?
Because you know why?
Why they don't like him? Why? He thought you could fight. He's been undefeated, champion ever since he lost to.
I don't know why. You know, I hear all kinds of dumb reasons. You know, but
I mean,
to me, what?
he donates a lot of money. He's helped out a lot of homeless people. He spent over
Yeah.
$50 million in putting homes together for homeless in Mexico, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he done a lot of good things behind the scenes. I mean, he only lost to
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather, the first loss, and then he lost to another one when he fought for a light heavyweight championship, which he should have never been fighting as a light heavyweight. But anyway,
Right.
and those are the two losses he has in his career. And I met him several times. I interviewed him several times with ESPN, and he seems to be a gentleman, very kind, and he introduced me to his wife, very nice and nice family man. I don't see why the people don't like him. I don't know. He's not a
You know,
criminal. He hasn't done nothing bad as far as any crimes are concerned that we know of.
Yeah. There's a guy from Sacramento who trains over there in Guadalajara, and that knows Canelo, and he says Canelo's a nice guy. He doesn't see nothing wrong with him. I mean, he's a dude doing his thing. Let people leave him alone. Let him do it. Let him finish making his money. You know, I ain't mad at him.
Is it because he has freckles and he's got redhead? Is that maybe a difference? Because they say he doesn't look like a Mexican.
Maybe that's what I was thinking. Maybe.
But
He's the first Mexican I ever met.
But
Right?
you're Mexican too. You're Mexican American, aren't you?
I'm Mexican American. I'm
Right.
actually American with Mexican. How it's really supposed to be said, how it really is, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm an American of Mexican descent,
Okay,
American. But I also have a Mexican citizenship, so I'm a Mexican American.
Oh, so you got dual citizenship.
Yes, sir.
So if anything,
Yeah.
if anything happens here, you can run over there with no problem.
Hey, no problem whatsoever. Just I show my passport. I'm good.
Or
There you
vice
go.
versa. If you're there, you can run here. Either way,
Right.
you have no problem at the border, right?
No, none. You know, as a matter of fact, I have a house in Puerto Vallarta.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm gonna go
I
back.
love
gotta
Puerto
go back to
Vallarta.
Tulum.
Oh,
And
yeah.
well, if you ever need to go, let me know.
Let's all go.
And
I'm
you,
ready.
go.
Yes.
You know
you
what? Have you noticed that Mexico is changing a lot?
Really?
It's changing. And
Yeah?
the last few years, they said Puerto Vallarta. The town I live in is called La Panita de Jotemba, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's only a half hour because they built a new highway, right?
Okay.
So and it's a beautiful highway. It goes through the mountains, and it's really really high, and you can see the top hedges of the palm trees as you're driving. Beautiful.
Oh, sounds
And
beautiful.
it goes all the way to a town called Tepic, a city called Tepic, which is hours away. And that's a turnout for La Pinita. And they're just updating. They're building a Ritz Carlton, I think, on the water. I think it's a Ritz Carlton on the water
okay.
in the town that I'm in. I mean, it's just booming over there. So my house
Wow.
went from a couple bucks to a few bucks. So that's also actually kind of nice too. So you know, and what I'm also going to do is buy another little house down by the water, and then I'm going to rent the big one out because now they've always had a lot of Canadians there, but they've been calling me and telling me, man, there's been a rush of Americans coming to buy and move over there. So
I'm
like, oh, okay.
sure, yeah. My husband and I, we were performing on cruise ships for 23 years. And when we were based in LA, we used to go to Puerto Vallarta all the time. It was like one of my favorite cities to go to. I just so beautiful and
Right
I
on.
love it. Love the food, everything about it. So yeah, we need to go there.
Yeah, let me know. I got a house there.
Perfect.
You got a place to stay. Don't worry about it.
All right, good to know.
Hey, Tony, another
All right.
question. Tony, what kind of advice can you give our youngsters out there watching the show, parents who are watching the show? What kind of direction? Today, what's happening today, a lot of kids, they're all with the computers, they're on their phones, they don't exercise, they don't do nothing, and not much activities for these young kids. A lot of obesity out there today. What do you advise, what good advice can you give the youngsters out there watching?
There's a couple things. If you're thinking about boxing or anything like boxing, football, even basketball, stuff like that, and you want to go to a gym or you want to try out, first of all, get in shape. Get in shape for the sport that you want to play. Even basketball. Basketball is very exhausting. You run up and down court all the time. It's explosion. Football, same thing. Boxing, same thing. You have to run. So let's just talk boxing. Let's say you want to be a boxer.
Tell the individual why they have to run.
Well,
What-
the reason why you should run before you can go try to work out is because you got to have some kind of conditioning. You don't want to go there and poop out. So if I have a fighter and my fighter, and I can't train my fighter because he's too tired to even do what I'm asking him to do, it's wasting my time.
Right.
You have to be in shape to get in shape.
Yeah, you want to
You know, and that would be the-
you
that would be
want to
the
build
first-
you want to build a stamina.
Right. You want to build that stamina before you even get to the gym.
Okay.
So when you get to the gym, he can actually train you and you can actually do what he's asking you to do.
Okay.
What
so-
do you think of the female boxers that are out there these days? You have any favorites?
There's a few. Watch, there's a few that are just tough. You know,
Amanda?
remember Alcorn? Remember Alcorn? She's not fighting anymore. But I used to like her. She was tough. The fight today, there's some female fighters in Sacramento. And there's a couple of tough ones, and you can see the on the horizon that they're destined for something good, right? How
Yeah.
good is it? I don't know. It depends on them. I can say anything about anybody. Oh, they look good, or she or he looks really good, but he could be a champ one day. But yeah, it could be, but it all depends on what he does with his life until then. So
Yeah. Now they was on the undercard of the Mike Tyson when he fought
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul the other day. There was Amanda Serrano
Yeah.
with that girl Casey from Great Britain or from Ireland. And, I mean,
Yeah.
those girls fought. I mean, people were disappointed with the Tyson fight, but they got their money's worth when they watched the Serrano and from Puerto Rico against the girl from Ireland. It was a hell of a fight, 10-round fight. These two girls really fought the tails off.
now, see, okay, a girl fight like that. I don't care if it's a girl fight or not. I'm watching because that was a fight.
It was a fight.
Are they
Yeah.
going to rematch? I would like to see a rematch.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never
You
know.
don't see-
Maybe they'll have it in Dubai where they pay so much money out in Dubai.
Yeah, are they going to do that? Is that really going to happen?
Well, it would be a good thing if it's not going to happen. You heard it from me first. They should have a rematch with these girls in Dubai and let them make $10-20 million a piece. If Mike Tyson made $20 million,
That's
what-
not a bad. They don't need the main event. Those two girls are the main event. They should they take them to Dubai and fight. That's a great call.
Yeah, well,
that's a great call.
I think they fought once before in Madison Square Garden, and that was the main event, the first female main event in Madison Square Garden. I mean, them people really got their money's worth watching these two girls fight. They really, both of them were great.
You know that they were tough, man. You can't get no better than that.
That's right.
That's like they went old school. You know what I mean? They went
Exactly.
old school. It was a good fight,
I-
and that's the kind of fighting I like.
I wonder how they would do it in the ring for sparring for the fight. Were they sparring with females? Were they sparring with males? You know?
You know, some girls spar with both. I don't know who they sparred with, but there's a lot of girls that spar with both. Here in
Right.
Sacramento, we have some amateurs that the girls spar with guys.
Yeah.
You know what it's like. From doing it for so long, because I started when I was 10, and so for doing it for so long, I tell people all the time. I go, it's something you just get used to. At first, my nose, my eyes watered, my nose got red, and you get hit in the nose, and it hurt. Well, I don't know if it really hurt, but it kind of hurt. And I tell people, I said I couldn't tell you when, but just one day it stopped hurting. It just didn't hurt anymore. And
Wow.
you know, you get hit, and it's like, okay, my turn. You know what I mean? And it just doesn't
Tony,
hurt anymore.
we just want to tell you what a pleasure it was for me to meet you today. I can't wait to go home and show my husband the show. I wish you were in town. I'm having a
Thank you.
birthday party tomorrow at the place where we normally play on Saturdays. If you were here, you would be there. So,
Dang.
What kind
yeah.
of party is that?
It's going to be at Lola's tomorrow night at Town Center Drive and the Summerlin Parkway exit. We'll be there tomorrow night celebrating my birthday from 6 to 10. So whoever wants to come, come.
Okay.
Nice.
Tony,
There you go.
Tony, I want to
Yes, sir.
wish you the very best. Happy holidays to you and your beautiful family. Give Kathy my best regards. We love you guys. And Tony, keep your guards up at all time. Remember, I'm fair, but I'm firm, champ. Take care. Thank you so
That's
much.
right. I hear you, buddy.
Bye bye.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much, Tony.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.
Thank you.
Well, that was fun.